I wanted to share with you guys this conversation I had with my good friend Haley. She said, God counted Abraham righteous because of his faith. This is probably why God had favor for Noah too. Noah's faith was so strong. And I said, both get rescued, but different times and ways. And Haley said, and God made a covenant with both and promised both of them land and a future and descendants. But I couldn't help but, again, make that connection of Lot and Noah. Because it's like Lot, God offered him an escape, and Noah, he offered him an escape in different ways.
And I just have to mention that unlike Noah being lifted up above the waters, Enoch was literally just raptured. He just was straight up raptured. That was his escape. So God's shown that rapture is possible. He shows that there is different ways to escape, that he provides for people, that he has provided for people. And, well, all over Scripture, in my opinion, he says that our escape will also be a rapture, just as it was for Enoch and Elijah. And there's just so much to go into, so I'm going to make a second video where I'm getting into Hebrews 11 a little bit, if you have interest in that. But just know that God will have an escape for us, because he already told us, because that's his pattern. He tells us his plan for escape ahead of time. And that is our escape. We just make sure our lamps are filled with oil. We just make sure that we're right with God. You know? If you're not excited, if you're not looking for his appearing, if you're not, if you're like, oh, the rapture isn't even real, he'll just come in 1,000 years, or he'll never come, it's like, that's not being ready, is it? That's kind of dangerous thinking, like, there's no faith in that. Where's your faith? Where's your faith? You got to look deeper into the scriptures. You can't just, oh, well, someone said that Darby made it up, so he made it up. And, oh, well, there's a verse in Matthew that says you can't know, so there must not be a rapture, or that you could never even have any idea of the time. It's like, no, you're abusing the Bible when you treat it like that, cherry picking one verse. It's like, you can't do it like that. It's not how it works. You know what I'm saying. But people who hate me talking about the rapture, they probably only watch like 5 seconds of the video and then click off, so they don't even hear why it makes sense. And it's like, no wonder you're not getting it, because you're literally just not listening. People keep telling me things that I don't even believe in. They're like, why? They're like, Jesus isn't coming back twice. And I'm like, that's what I'm saying. We go up to him, not him coming down to us. That doesn't make sense. But, I could always go on and on about this. But yeah, if you would like me to hear me go more in depth about people escaping, by faith, stay tuned. Thank you.